All right, well, hello and welcome back again. Last night we got Prism started, and we do have another Prism game on the docket, but first, we got to kick off our Pixel League as we have a fun matchup to get things started. It did work out quite well that we did intentionally schedule the Season 2 finals in Week 1, but what we did not, of course, enforce was that they were the first game of each league. We'll see how this one goes, but that's a nice storyline, bookend the seasons. As we do roll over to our schedule, you can see some good matchups up and down the board. Of course, we don't really have a good sense of our teams, but I think these matchups will get us there. This one could be good. Atlanta, Madison, a really good one we're circling. Birmingham, Erie, also definitely on that list. So, a lot of fun games, a lot to watch out for. And of course, we'll go to our standings, but it's just alphabetical. There's nothing to talk about yet, so that'll be something maybe by the end of the week, but mainly in future weeks. Either way, let's roll on down to our stats. You can see Season 2 stats, and the average is last season's team average. Now, especially for a team like Luxor, there's only one player who carries over, so it doesn't really mean much. And for other teams, you'll notice none of the players were still there. So that at that point, that average means nothing, but I thought it was interesting to put it there. Either way, of course, these are the Season 2 stats for these players, and you can see the team's placement. Like we said, this is the Season 2 finals, and so they get second and first for Boston and Luxor, respectively. Now, of course, whether the stats matter or not, we can talk about the players on each team, as we have Bacon, Mello, DK, and Defane for Luxor up against Pitcop, Chance, JXL Seek, and Kaipo for Boston. Now you might notice a bit of a difference. Everyone on Luxor has stats, except for Mello, of course, who was a Prism player last season, so those don't carry over. Meanwhile, on the other side, only Pitcop has stats for Boston. Now, Kaipo's a player who's been around for a long time, got some play in Season 1, but either didn't or it wasn't tracked on the sheet. So, not getting that to carry over this season. He'll be a bit of a question mark, but especially Chance and JXL. Either we haven't seen them or it's been a long time. So, both of them going to be very uncertain how they transfer back into this. And we are waiting on teams to join, which of course, I did send it. There's always a chance I typed it wrong, especially when teams aren't joining. So we'll find out about that. But we'll see. Of course, it's hard to make predictions. I think I personally will go that I think I favor Luxor. I like this team on paper, and it's players we've seen before. But especially with the mysteries for Boston, I think this team has a chance to be dangerous, and they could take this one down. So, should be an interesting one to watch. I'm not even going to bother with the score line because, I would probably just say 3-1 because it's a safe in between. But I do not know nearly enough about these teams that I can kind of try to predict a winner. I have no clue how that win happens, pretty much. So, as again, we are just waiting, and we can talk about the players on the team. So obviously, Defane been on a bit of a tour around, was on Luxor in Season 1. Mello, as we mentioned, someone who's kind of struggled but has played around in Prism, and then ending up in Pixel this season, ended up getting taken, I believe, 2.01 to Bacon. So, solid pickup for Bacon with his second round picks, as then the last player, of course, is DK, someone we've seen be a manager in the first 2 seasons, ended up dropping down to be a player, and now he's on Bacon's team. So, a player that we saw battle against him in the quarters as probably the 2 favorites for Pixel. Now they join together, and DK doesn't have to worry about being a manager and getting yelled at. So, let's see how it goes, of course. I can only keep stalling for so long, I feel, as, again, we don't have real stats or real records or anything to talk about. And so I would appreciate... Oh, okay. That's fair. See, it's always scary, because not only am I waiting on teams? But also, neither team is in. So at this point, I'm like, well, did I make the lobby correctly? You know? That I'm very unsure about that. Okay, and the other team is in, so we do know the lobby's correct at least. So we are just waiting on Boston, which, like Pit Cop said, they're waiting on a player, and so we'll see. As in saying that, it appears they've joined now, so we'll see if they're good to go. Either way, we do need someone to leave from a team. But, yeah, I think I've introed it how I can. I think Luxor look like they're probably stronger, but it's hard to say for sure pre-week 1. So, we'll see. A lot of test how are you going to play games in this first week. And this one is no different. Bacon came into the season with all mid to low second rounds, ended up trading himself into 3 high second rounds, and did build a solid squad. Meanwhile, Pitt had some decent picks. I'm actually in saying that. I'm not sure he picked until the end of the second round either, so definitely not great draft capital for him, but that doesn't seem to matter because he's always seemed to find the diamond in the rough. As I believe we're good, at least by numbers. And so if everyone's ready to go, we can jump into it as we load in for our first game of Season 3's Pixel League. Pharaohs in teal. Pharaohs in... Did I say that right? Falcons in teal. Pharaohs in gold. I know that's correct. Let's see. And it's gonna be Luxor starting it off. 5 seconds in. Kickoffs one into the corner. Mello pops it across. Bacon is there. Defender tries to dive, but there's nothing he can do. And it's already 1-0. I said I thought they might be favorites, showing it off early. Of course, need to see a lot more gameplay than that, but that is a good start. Bacon dropping down again. Here we will have my friend a packet loss tonight. Typically doesn't affect the gameplay that much in terms of lag, but it'll be around. This one cleared away. Mello gonna pop it up in the air. Now dropping back down. Kai gonna leave it. JXL a little awkward pitch. Trying to move in behind him. It is JXL. He goes under one, but DK cuts it away. Okay, now popping it forward, but it's Pitt to get the block. Mello trying to take it away, but Kai dunks it back in again. Boston starting to get a bit of a push. Kai no boost. Pops it up in the air. Where's JXL? He'll try, but he's 50 to the side. DK gets the block. And Luxor continue to hold as Mello will try to get another clear. It'll only break midfield, but goes right back in. Great 50 by JXL. Boston continue their advance. Pitt gets it up towards the back wall. DK awkward in front of net, but it was a good back pass to Mello. Typo now going to drop it down into his corner. Mello trying to recenter it again. Dropping down. DK can't get up to it. Now Bacon pops up in the air. Demo comes through by Mello. Opens up a little bit of space, but JXL closes it down. This one cut down. Pass back. DK looking for a pass back. Will find Bacon, but he can only go lateral. DK will take it right back. He'll try to get the pass down. Well read by Pitt, but it's right at Bacon. He'll take a heavy touch off the crossbar. Put to the back post, top right corner. Bacon has 2. Does it himself. You do see the assist by DK, but it was a while ago because Bacon passes it to himself. And it is 2-0 for Luxor. And quite back and forth. We've seen a lot of Boston pressure. Not able to break through. This could be a look, but Kaipo puts it wide. Had to cut it across and cut it a bit too far. So now dropping down again. DK trying to jump up. Gets a touch out. Look for a pass down to Bacon. He'll find him. High pop forward. Pitt trying to dive back. Bacon gets in the way, but Pitt still gets the save. DK now bouncing it out. Double out. Open net. And Mello's there. How about 3? Luxor continue to score. A fortunate double for DK there. Intentional or not, it's not read by the defense, and it opens up goal number 3 for the Pharaohs. So it's been a little bit slow, but in 2 minutes they do have 3 goals somehow. It's not great for the Peregrine Falcons. So now dropping down, it'll bounce out. Bacon trying to put it off the back wall. Kaipo played out to the side. Now dropping down, big flick forward. dropping down once more. Popped up off the back wall. Boston still looking for their first. Might this be it? No. DK will get it out to the side. Still Pitt tries to dive. Doesn't quite have the read, but he finds a dunk. Look for a pass back to JXL. He'll pop it forward. Angles there. Bar down right by Bacon. 3-1. Boston get on the board. Still a 2-goal game, but it's at least a little bit of hope. There it is now. A 2-goal game. Just over half the game to go, so definitely still a chance to get this one back. Let's see if they can do it. That one a bit of a giveaway from Mello. It will pick it up. He'll look for the early flick, but no one diving, so it's just going to be an easy clear. DK, another one rolled forward. Typo trying to catch it across. Right back on it is DK. He'll pass it out. Bacon diving in as well. Even 50 now, dropping back down. It's JXL. Look for a clear. Mello gets in the way. It's an even 50. Pitt running it onto it next, and he will get it down to the corner. There's a miss by Bacon. DK might need a touch, but he has plenty, enough of one. And so that will cross the midfield, and will force Boston a little bit of a reset. And that one, Mello, a little bit more of one. DK looking for a read, but it's a little bit too optimistic, and it does get cleared away. All three in the air here for Luxor, but no one is close to it. Pitt just looking to walk it down center. DK the quick recovery. Will look for a 50, but it's Bacon to take it instead. Now Kai up against Mello. They both go even, and it bounces off Hitcop back into the teal half. DK into the corner, double down, bouncing towards center. No one on it for a while. Hitcop with a light touch. Mello, though, will close it down. Luxor looking for the push, looking to secure the game. Every second is good for them. Another goal is huge, and it's a hat trick for Bacon. Putting his team on his back. His draft capital might not have been great, but he made it work, and he will be the number one. 4-1. Luxor bring the lead right back up to 3. We're looking for another touchdown. Pitt looking for the play. It'll get 50 into the corner. JXL trying to circle back. Not a lot on that touch, but Kaipo will get something more substantial. Now Bacon, that pinch isn't where he wants it. JXL will get one back. Bacon gives and Bacon takes away. Tries to jump in for it, but it pinches straight out to the center. JXL, good, quick read on it. Able to get in the way and get the touchdown. That's one off the sidewall, dropping down again. JXL can't quite get to it. It will try to jump in next. Bacon just going to let him go. Doesn't get the touch, but he gets a bump on Bacon. That'll open up some space for Boston. Kaipo up off the back wall. Good clear by Mello. DK will chase it, but can't get a touch. JXL just going to stall it. Mello runs onto it. Plays it across to the corner. At least that's time. DK going to stall out even more. Now Bacon wins the challenge. 2 players there, and it's JXL to drop it down. Mello misreads it, but DK's there. Luxor just kind of trying to play quick around each other. I've seen them end up in the same spots as each other, but for now unpunished. Now Bacon up in the air. DK not able to drop that one down. Typo on the outside looking for the play down. Gets the pinch in front. Pitt's there, but didn't have boost. Didn't have the shot. It stays 4-2, and that should all but secure a win for the Pharaohs. Time ticks down. Final 5, final 3, dropping to 0. The 2-goal lead remains, and the Pharaohs are on the board first. Four to 2, clean enough hat trick for Bacon. 2 for JXL to make it a bit of a battle. But in the end, Pharaohs just a little bit too strong. That start especially just a little bit too strong. I will have to remember the map order. I don't have it pulled up, but I think we're pretty good on that. So, you know. I think he said before the game, before they joined, that Chance wasn't there. He hadn't showed up, Mers. So, we'll see if he appears. And we'll see if we get to see him. But at least for the moment, it appears he's still not in the team call. I almost left the game. That's not what we're going to do, as we instead load in game number 2. All tied up, of course. Starting from a fresh board, 0-0. That's the mentality Boston need. That first game, you just kind of got to move past it. So they put up a good fight, but of course the early game just went against them. This could be a better one, though. Pitt finds JXL, and it is 1-0. Bacon stranded on an island without boost. No chance to react. I think the only threat there was that Pitt could save it. But he doesn't in the end. It does get by him. And Boston strike first. Now Kaipo up in the air, looking for the drop down. Gets a catch, gets a 50, but DK will cut it away. DK from the left wall, dropping it down. Bacon close, but blocked away by JXL. Would have been a clean doink, but not to be on that one. Kaipo now another long send. DK overruns it. That one's going backwards. Bacon will need to get it. Pitt steals his boost. He'll look to pressure it, tries to drop it down, and will get a touch, but Mello gets there next. JXL now off his own corner. Mello's already in the air for it, trying for the air dribble, but JXL cuts it away. Right now another long send. This one down off the back wall. Kaipo running on. Big shot, 2-0. Absolute clanger, bar down. Big fake there by JXL. Opens up a bit of room for Kai. And he slams it home. Definitely a better start for Boston. Instead of down 3-0, up 2-0. This one could be the third, but Mello's able to get it away. Now Bacon will look for a redirect, and we could flip sides. Pitt misreads it, but no one expected him to. Mello's there, it's high. Bacon jumping in, finally on target, 2-1. Luxor do get one back. The kickoff looks dangerous for Boston, but instead it's dangerous for them in that it's in their net. Luxor flipped the script. And the defense not able to respond, so the Pharaohs get one back, and we're back to a one-goal game. Minute and a half in here. Near dribbled forward by Bacon, blocked away by Pitcop. Now DK off the right side, looking for the double. We'll get it down into the corner. Now it's JXL to pop it up. Mello dunked over to the side. Taking another pop forward, looking to get back to it, but Pitt will send it away. DK once again a little bit fast on it, gets by it and can't get a touch. Now Pitt spinning around, make it awkward for Mello, who will just pop it up off the left side and then get another double forward. That'll force Kaipo to play it. He'll go high first. Now jumping from the sidewall, plays it low, but Bacon easy enough, able to respond. Now that's a good shot actually, but DK just barely gets a piece. That one had the right side of the net, but DK able to get the lightest touch and just pop it away to the corner. Now he'll pop this one up for Mello. He'll go to the back wall looking for a pinch across, but it's just that across, and it is cleared away. Bacon now backwards again. Boston look for a push. That one's high. JXL lurking. Plays it back. Plays it in. 3-1. Two-goal lead is back in play for the Falcons. Mello a little bit too slow. JXL just pops it up over him. And so it's now 3-1. Can Luxor respond quickly like we saw after the second goal from Boston? Boston hold on to this lead. Kaipo again trying to take it away. JXL a little bit wide. Pitt trying to dive in. Actually, it was just Kaipo again. That touch by JXL does put it by Pitt, though, and Pitt will have to take it back. Tries to cut forward, gets it to the midfield boost, but there's no one there but Mello. He'll take a heavy touch up off the back wall. All three jump, but Pitt gets a good touch. Bacon now trying to get it back in. Off the backboard again. Pitt can't get this one. Kaipo gets dunked. Mello jumping in. Low boost. Pitt makes the play. Bacon now pushes it over to his corner. Popped up in the air. Rolling down again. DK will get it out. Luxor holding on well, but they need to get the offense turning. Could be another chance. Blocked by DK. Now bump comes through. Bacon tries to cut it forward. JXL rolls it out to the side. Up in the air again, looking for the play down. It's popped up high towards the ceiling. Kaipo won't get to it. He'll need to drop back down. Everyone low boost. This one's up high in the air. Pitt, the only one with boost, will be able to get to it. JXL, quick shot down. It looks for the bump, but Bacon avoids and gets the save. Kaipo another one forward again, but it's Mello there to get it away. 85 seconds to go. Still a 2-goal Boston advantage. Able to hold on to it thus far. And that remain as Kaipo dunks this one forward. Bacon off the right side, looking for the play, but it'll get dunked down. Now it's free space, though. JXL has a shot, and it's 4-1. Now we fully reverse game one as it's a 3-goal Boston lead. Fighting back well here in the second game, and it's looking rough if Luxor are going to keep this one close. Now DK up towards the ceiling, drop back down, Bacon in the air, but that touch not the most threatening. JXL will just catch it out. Able to get a piece of that one, but Pitt will come over. He'll get the doink forward. He'll look for a follow. He'll get a bump out in front. Bacon finally there for the save. Up in the air again. This one dropping down. DK not quite able to get to it. Now it's Mello. Played off the back wall. DK trying to turn around, but it's just JXL. He'll just play it away. 40 seconds to go. Boston looking clean here on DFH. 2 seconds away from a game win, and I don't think it's going to be denied, as that is goal number 4 for JXL. 2 in the first game, 4 in the second game. JXL has 6 of 7 for the Falcons, keeping them in it. And it does sure seem like they should win this game. Of course, we do have 15 seconds, and this one should go the other way. DK will put it in, so it is 5-2. Trade back. Of course, there's 14 seconds to go. That really shouldn't matter, you would think, possibly. But, I mean, it is possible. It's somewhere in the realm of possibility. I think closer to impossible. But it is still in that realm, you know? As this one's dropping down, Kaipo will try to jump in. Is that another? No, it's just a little bit high, then pinched wide, then popped up, then cleared away. Bacon with the final touch. DK another tap forward. Won't be a goal, but it will kill the clock as Boston stand tall. Able to come in here on DFH and get one back. Of course, like we said, all on the back of JXL. As I do see a change coming through there. Of course, I gotta take it off to change the map and such, but I do see Defane joining the lobby. We'll see what that change up does for the Pharaohs as we move on to Urban Central. So, we're not going to have a reverse sweep in the first game tonight. So not going to mirror Prism that closely, but will we have a game 5? Of course, all tied up for now. Does lead to that possibility, but will it happen? And more importantly right now, who will get the win first here? As interestingly, it is Bacon who's going to sub out here. Of course, I'm sure they've tried the rosters by this point. They know what works. Something we've seen in the past. I mean, just shows kind of how well-rounded this roster has been. Bacon, one of the biggest members of that win last season, but on this roster, he's going to step it back. Hits off the side, Mello will drop it down into free space, but Kaipo gets there and blasts it away. Now popped up high in the air again. Kaipo gets a touch across a little bit past everyone. Will be JXL to go first, but Mello wins the 50, dropping down even. DK taps it over to the side. Defane will be waiting in the midfield behind him. Now they both kind of move into the same territory. DK does get a touch out of it, but it is blocked away. Mello dropping it down. JXL shot! It's in! Defane in net gets a piece of it, but it still pinballs in. Bar down, back into JXL. And Boston are going to score first again. Yeah, this one out to the side. It'll roll up. DK trying to stick with it. Pops it out. Can't get back to it. Hit up his own corner. Mello tries to dive early. Gets beat. Defane. Low touch forward. A bit heavy by JXL, but gets the dunk on DK as well. Now Mello, even challenge. He'll go again, but Pitt takes it away. Pitt on it again. Cuts by another. Pass over to the midfield boost where Kaipo will pinch it forward, but it's right at Defane. He'll flip it around. Aggressive by DK again, trying to jump at that, but DK will be able to pop it forward and buy some time before it gets cleared away. DK though centering it. That's over D-Fane. Who's there? Really no one. It drops down again. DK up in the air looking for the pass back. Pops it towards net. Now dropping down again. Mellow towards center. D-Fane ties it. His first of the season. And it's all even at 1. It bounces out to him. He sends it straight through. And it's all tied up in the series. It's all tied up in the game. 3:15 to go. They can pull ahead here on Urban Central. Could it be Luxor? D-Fane high. DK too close. Mellow's not on the map. Now Mellow goes for the boost. But he will get back for the save. Now on the outside, this one dropping down. DK looking for the clear. Played off the side wall. It's up in the air. D-Fane's out of boost. DK has none either. He will just about get to it, but Kaipo will recenter. It's still scary. D-Fane clear. DK redirect, trying to drop it down. Might have been on, but it's blocked away by Pitcop either way. Still no boost for D-Fane. He's still awkward. Tries to get this one away, but he won't have a follow. He needs help. There's one touch away, but JXL will still take control. Over to Kaipo. Back towards net. A little bit high. Scary on the save by D-Fane, but Mello will catch it out. This one dropping down. DK up off the back wall. No touch on that, but it'll recenter for D-Fane. Maybe another recenter. DK touches straight back, though, and it's only D-Fane who can rotate back for it. Luxor definitely looking a bit awkward, a bit panicky, trying to outspeed themselves, it feels like. But at the same time, they have had a good majority of the pressure, apart from these momentary counters. One now caught, trying for the dribble forward. Will flick it off the side wall. Now push over to the side again. D-Fane look for the catch forward. It'll get down to the corner. It'll bounce down. D-Fane puts it high. He gets under it. He pops it up, and it will not be a goal just yet. DK looking for a recenter, but there's no one there. Here is straight to Mello, though, and he'll get it back to midfield, where JXL will shut it down again. D-Fane now pinch under one. That'll roll up high and around. Able to respond again as Pitt. That could be a big demo. It forces Mello to rush back. He'll look for control. He'll give up control. JXL off the post. But Kaipo's playing deep. Won't be able to get there. And this one gets close. Now down from the ceiling. Big pop by DK off bar. But D-Fane can't get to it again. It's another 51 by JXL. Now he redirects it on target. Blocked away by Mello for the moment. Kaipo trying to run onto it, but he can't get there. No one else can either. And it's a clear by DK into Mello. Mello going again, taken away. DK no boost. D-Fane no life. That one a little bit wide. D-Fane smartly lets it go, but where's the follow? Kaipo high. JXL beat by DK. We go back and forth, somehow still tied up at 1. Surely this one could be, but it's a perfect bounce for Luxor. It hugs the back wall, and it gives no opportunity to Boston. And that's a good bump by DK. D-Fane now trailing along the right wall, looking for the play. It's a pass back, Mello on it. But it'll drop down again. DK trying to jump in at 51 by Pitcop. 15 seconds to go. DK around the outside again. Dropping down. Kaipo tapped away. JXL diving. Mello gets it away. Gave his life for the play. Now he'll spawn right under it. Awkward, but DK will help him out. Final 3. Dropping. 0. Clock expired. Kaipo so close, but a little bit wide. And we have, I believe, our first OT of Season 3. Here in game number 3. The next goal is match point. It might be Boston, but Mello able to get that one out. Now D-Fane another catch, 50 up high in the air. DK has to go, and he will get a play on it. Double commit there for Boston. Mello trying to go, but he can't go direct, and so JXL will get back to it. He'll bang it up towards the back wall, and D-Fane will send it out from there. Now JXL, another shot, another save by DK. Mello, big win. Who's there? D-Fane puts it in. He scores both in this game. Luxor take match point. Just an overcommit, double commit. Kaipo and Pitt both go. Mello wins the challenge, and D-Fane tracks it down. And despite how close the game is, Luxor get outshot, but they get the saves and they manage to get the goal. And you can still see JXL is that key piece for Boston. On the other side, much more balanced. Defane at the top, DK below him. And then Mello not too far behind, so very close all around for them. But, I mean, you do have to wonder, how different would this series be if Chance were here? You know? Obviously, he is a mystery, and he's a very different playstyle, so it might not necessarily work out for good every time, but it would probably be different. And so you do have to wonder that, regardless of the result here. This one's pop forward. Same rosters on each side. Chance still not here, and Bacon deciding to run it back after they got the win. JXL looking for the long clear downfield. It'll get down into the corner. Now dropping down. It's JXL off the back wall, bouncing out. Long clear. Defane. Kaipo saves for now. Could bounce back to Defane. He'll 50 out towards center. Mello trying to get up. He'll play to the back wall, looking for the double, but Pitcop is there. Kaipo now look for a redirect. Fakes out Defane. DK low boost. Pitcop gets over him, but is there a follow-up on it? JXL tries, but he's dunked away. Kaipo can't find a play. JXL will manage to hold it forward, but no more pressure. Pretty much for Couch, blowouts either side. Luxor ran away with game 1 in the first 3 minutes. That Bacon got a hat trick. Boston ran away with game 2 that JXL had 4 goals. So game 3 was definitely the closest, as Defane looking for this one, tries to get back to it, but it'll get popped up and away. Dropping down into the corner again. Kaipo not able to get a piece of that one. Mello will send it long. JXL gonna bring it down, now popping it back up. Cleared away, looking for the aerial shot, able to get a 50, but Mello gets it to the side. Now a bit of an unfortunate team bump on that one, gives up some space to Mello. Running low on boost though, and Kaipo will take it away. Minute and a half played, no goals on the board just yet. Very even back and forth, although it's been a lot of control for Boston, and we see them push forward once more. Defane still on it, pops it forward. It'll get caught to the corner by JXL. Now he'll work it around. The long clear down to the back wall. Looking for the double. Gets it out. Kaipo there. 1-0. Falcons. DK left alone as first. Defane as well, but Defane just goes for the in and out squishy save, and it's not there. On the other side, it's DK just not reading the double. Watches it go over him. And now Mello up in the air again, looking for the pop forward. JXL will drop it down. Defane off the left side. JXL off the same wall, but it's DK to win it forward. Defane running in. Pitt gets by them all. Mello will have to catch. He'll pop it up over to the side. And it's JXL. He'll get the clear forward, but not a whole lot building off it, at least just yet. This one dropping down again. It's Pitt off the corner. Now played up high off the back wall. Kaipo's already there, but he can't get up high enough, and it gets tapped back. This one now rolled forward. Kaipo again. He has 2. And it's a 2-0 lead. As we approach halftime, it's 2 plays where Kaipo stares at an open net and just rolls it in. Luxor unable to get a lot of offense, unable to lock in with the defense. And they're staring down the barrel of a multi-goal lead here. Of course, they do have that last life behind them, but they'd love to close it out here, I'm sure. No one wants the pressure of a Game 5. This one's dropping down. It plays off the corner, dropping down. Off the back wall again. Pitt doesn't have it, but Mello thought he did, and he can't find a shot. Now Mello can't get it, and it's just in. Maybe should have been a Luxor goal, but it goes the other way. Mello chooses to leave it, but maybe doesn't commit hard enough and just watches it go over his head. And so it's 3-0 for Boston. JXL gets his first of the game there. And we have his series total. And it just feels like Champions Field looming inevitably here. Luxor have not been able to find their footing. Of course, they do have 2 minutes. That is plenty of time, or at least enough time for a comeback here, but need to get it going soon. And it's not been their game so far. Kaipo dropping this one down. It's right behind one. DK now good control touch. It's Mellow to play it forward. Pit now in the air. 50. Back over DK. That touch maybe he'll advise. Defane's up for it though. Tapping it back down. A little bit off target. Now DK cuts it. He'll look to take it back, but he's using a lot of boost and Pit just shuts it down. JXL now has to afford some space, but he'll dive. He'll get beat. Kaipo alone. One-on-one. Flick goes high. DK's there. It is in. It was a very weak shot. I was wondering if maybe we might see the save come through, but Pitt not there in time, just a little bit far away, as I have not updated the goals for the last 2 games. Anyone remember? I think, was it, I didn't update for any of them. Okay, so I'll just have to go back and do that, that's fine. This one dropping down. Off the back wall, JXL already in the air for it, plays it off the corner, now dropping down again. Mellow up for it, but it's Kaipo there to take it away. Defane no boost, does get the big win. JXL trying to catch it back, it'll bounce out off the corner. Now Defane dives by that one. Kaipo, popped up by Mellow. Now JXL out again. Pit Cup will win it forward, 45 seconds to go. Boston killing away the clock. Killing away the chances for Luxor, but Defane with a big win. Cuts over to Mellow. He'll bump Pit, but the shot wasn't there. Might have been better as a pass, but there was no thought to look from Mellow. And the play doesn't work out. They might have needed that one. It feels that way. But let's see. DK another shot. Saved by Kaipo. Pit clears it away. The clock continues to run. This one will center. Pit puts it wide. JXL the same, but they're wasting away the clock. 10 seconds to go. Luxor need a goal immediately. This one popped back. DK has to be in. Kaipo keeps it away. Clock strikes 0, and we are headed to Champions Field. Boston hang on. They fight back again. And they take us the distance here. For once, it's not JXL on top as Kaipo shows up in Game 4. And he pushes his team back to the bright lights. As we'll see, no team changes just yet. As you do see pointed out by Couch, I did mention it earlier, no reverse sweep, but we do have our second Game 5 in our second season opener. Prism, like I alluded to, a reverse sweep last night did, of course, go the distance for that to happen. Now this one, much more of a back and forth, as there was a delay, but we will see Defane leave and Bacon join back. So we're going back to the first 2 games roster. We'll see where we end up going, but looking pretty good for Boston after that one, as I seem to be a little slow loading in, but now we are good. As we load in for our Pixel season opener. Boston only took it, 4 games, 5 games in the, was it 5? I mean, I can look, but they couldn't put up enough of a fight to make it close in the grand finals. They bring it close here in the week 1 opener. But can Boston find the different result, or will Luxor start their run again? Mellow and DK both diving at that. Doesn't go in. Okay, they're trying to turn on this one. It's played off the back wall, dropping down. Guess what? Here, look. Now in the air again. DK waiting under it, but it's JXL for the clear. Bacon now bumped off that one. Will look to dive in again, but not quite able to get there. Now Pitt looking for the pass down, has JXL. Boston score first. Yeah, I just got their Couch. So 5 games in the final. Not very close in the best of 7. 5 games in week 1. That's pretty close in a best of 5. But not only are they taking them close, Boston are going to play from in front here. As they get the first goal 30 seconds in. Luxor looked dangerous off kickoff, but not able to score. And it goes the other way. So now dropping down. Bacon will miss. Mellow will get the 50 out. JXL in the air. Now cleared back again. Pitt trying to slow it down. Mellow won't let him. He'll pop it up, but JXL is there. Now dropping down, it's centered out. DK off the back wall. Bacon thinking about it, will let it go, but his teammate gets beat. As Hitcop will clear the line again. He'll find JXL, but DK intercepts. Now Bacon looks for the quick shot. Kaipo not able to get there. A little bit too heavy, not able to get off the ground. It just sails over him, and it's 1-1. Now this one dropping down again, it'll roll out. Kaipo trying to catch, gets a flick over one. Second diving in. Mello gets it down to the corner, gets over JXL. He's awkward, not quite bumped though. The bump misses, they're all forward, but Pitt puts it wide. Would have been an open net, needed to play it fast and can't turn it on target. This one now awkward again. Mello will pop it up. He'll use all of his boosts to chase it, and he'll get nothing. DK trying to go again. He gets dusted. Bacon gets a demo, but he's blinded. Kaipo with the assist with the smoke screen and sets up the goal. JXL gives Boston another lead. Bacon just no chance. The demo screws with him a little, blinds his vision, and prevents him from saving it. Now Bacon will pop it out again. Luxor need another response. JXL, great double, beats them all again. DK, low boost, able to get a save, but it'll bounce up awkward. Hit waiting, now jumping, but Mello gets the block. This one down from the ceiling again. Kaipo forced it across. JXL trying to wait on it. He'll play around the corner. JXL now pops it out, but it's only DK. He'll play it forward. Should be a free save. It is made, but where's the follow-up look like? Mello tries to catch it. Pitt clears it. Still just over half of the game to go. Boston still leading by 1, but Luxor have looked scary here as of late. That one popped out by Bacon, but Boston win the challenge again. Now DK can't get it up to sidewall, and it's Mello who has to bang it forward. Kaipo a bit of a catch, but can't recover. Mello trying to play it in, and now it's JXL to drop it down. Cleared central by DK, but Pitt the clear away. Bacon able to beat JXL to it, but Boston showing the threat. These counters look so scary for Luxor. So many overcommits, scary moments. But fortunately for them, they are only down by 1, as that one's a chance, but JXL will get it away. DK now on it again, takes it away from JXL. Kaipo trying to slow play it, will pop it across and will beat a couple. Can he land on it again? Yes, he can, and he'll pop it up in the air. Pitt now might have had a good touch, but Bacon gets it away. Bouncing out, JXL, another 51, final 100 seconds here. JXL drops it down, Pitt clears it forward. Boston not letting Luxor have any breathing room. Pitt cutting this one into the corner again. Dropping down, now played around the outside. Bacon no boost, Kaipo wins it in. DK trying to clear it away. Mello down the sideline. Now pops back off the corner. JXL gets by Bacon. DK into the corner. Mello trying to get to it. Gets by 1. Kaipo diving next. He will win it. Final minute to play. Boston still pushing forward. JXL off the sidewall, looking to get back. Doesn't have boost. Has to watch Bacon clear. DK there. Redirect is in. Bacon to DK. They connect for the counter, and it's even again. Kaipo the backflip. Pitt tries to dive in, but can't get enough on it. 50 on the clock. 2 goals on each side. One more could decide it, but who can break the tie? JXL off the sidewall. Double commit for Luxor. Mello needs a good touch. That one could be scary, but Bacon shuts it down. He'll force it into the teal corner here. Pitt now, that one popped centered. Kaipo will get it forward. Okay, pops it up off his corner. Kaipo, a light drop down. JXL crashes. This could get scary, but Bacon pushes it out to the side. Now Bacon forward on it again. Pitt trying to clear it out, but it's right to Mello. Pitt gets a little bit too comfortable. Rolls it right into Mello, and he will get one back. JXL no boost, goes for the in and out squishy save again. As we saw Defang go for, but just the same, it's way too slow. And the shot is instead slotted. Luxor, time on their side. Boston need an immediate response. Can they get it? They need to go full field. Mello doesn't want to let it happen. He dunks one, bumps another. Clock strikes 0, and it strikes midnight for the Falcons. Luxor take the series. It got scary. It got close. But the defending champions will start undefeated and with a week 1 game 5 victory. Well played to Boston. They put up a tremendous fight, but they can't quite pull out the win. And so the Pharaohs do get that win across the line. And we will ask for an interview. Of course, you imagine we'll have it, but we will check. I mean, that's a big win. I think definitely a lot of things to look at for Luxor. There were a lot of times where you saw them overcommit or dive with each other and just a little bit of miscommunication overall. But, of course, they do get the win, and so they'll take that. But either way, we are going to have an interview, and so we'll be back in just one moment. And we are back with Luxor. It got a little bit close, but you pull out the win. How does it feel to be 1-0?
Great, but not as good as Lemon being a hater and continuing to be wrong in Twitch chat. That's what I
Big.
pride myself on with this community. Yeah, suck it, Lemon.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Lemon.
Yeah, Lemon.
Yeah, Lemon.
But no, I mean, that's, Doggo, I think it was you who had really brought about the idea of the finals rematches for week 1. This was hype. It's not the same teams, but I like Pitcop. I like the way he plays. I do think he got a good team. Unfortunate about Chance not showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to say if this would have been a different series, but MMR v MMR, I like to think it's a different challenge.
Would have been different. Question is, what would have happened? Maybe
right,
play
and
style, you win harder. Can't say.
See, and I don't know because I thought Kaipo played very well. Kaipo did a lot to frustrate us. We wanted to control. Kaipo wasn't letting it happen. If we were playing faster, Kaipo was demoing our second man. And it's, and I liked Seek back in the old league. So I was very interested to see how he played with us here. And it's the same old Seek. It's what I liked before. So, he came out playing fast and really challenged us to figure it out. We did a couple different subs, a couple different feels, just to kind of see what works and able to grind out the game 5.
Absolutely. Now, I'll start with you, Bacon. No, you've been talking a lot, but obviously defending champion. Do you think you're running it back?
I do. I said it on the pre-draft podcast, the lineup that Smurfy needed to draft. He did not draft it. So Inchin's out for me. There's a couple other teams that'll be tough. We did some day 1 scrims. Had a lot of fun with a few teams. I don't know if they'll be able to challenge us in 3 months when we're really primed up. But it's going to be a good pixel season. But yes, I think we're going to run it back, Doggo.
All right. Well, DK, you've had a couple solid teams that have fallen short with Deadwood, and now dropping to a player with a winning manager on your side. Do you think you're going to get a chip this season?
I do. That's why I had to drop manager.
Gotcha. Yeah,
I can't win as a manager. No, I feel pretty good about this roster. It's been a little while since we played together, so things weren't clicking as they should. But overall, this roster I think is absolutely insane for a second round.
Yeah. And Mello, I'll ask you, obviously, been a couple rough seasons a little bit for you, but now getting placed in Pixel, getting this roster, how's it feel for you so far?
It honestly feels great, honestly. I click with this entire team. I always have previous history with all these players, so it's kind of natural in a way to be able to play with them. But I'm enjoying it. It's a really solid team.
And Defane, how you doing? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm just vibing.
Obviously, you step in for that game 3 and 4, get both goals to win in game 3. How are you feeling with the team so far?
Just like Mello said, I played with these guys a lot. Bacon told me when he drafted me, he said, "Hey, we need to get your confidence back up. None of that I suck bullshit." And yeah, that's been out the window, and I've just been going, not looking back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it is. I drafted a team of people that I've seen have confidence issues. But if you look at peak ranks, this team is ridiculous to have gotten in the second round. All they have to come out is and do it. That's what I told them after game 4. You guys aren't second rounders. You shouldn't be second rounders. That shouldn't be the conversation. Go out and fucking prove it. Excuse me on the F word, but go out and prove it. And that's, you know, that's going to be the challenge throughout the season, living up to the potential of what each one of them brings to a roster. The Demons should have been better off at the beginning of last season. They weren't, and then they flamed out after being the hottest team in the league. Defane has bounced around rosters, not able to get comfortable. Either a sub or constant sub rotation. I don't want that. I want to be the sub. I want those 3 to go out and figure it out. I played well in game 1. I felt happy. So the plans change. Mello being dropped down to Pixel, it shouldn't happen. He wanted it well before. It didn't happen because we've seen what Mello can do. And then no team gives him a shot. Well, here he is. And somehow people let him fall a whole bunch of picks. But it still comes down to confidence. Go out and do it. Whether you're doing against Pixel or Prism, the play styles are different. You still have to go out and make the right touches. And I want these players to do that.
Holy yeah.
Yeah, I talk too long. You can't let me go on, dogger. You gotta have some music queued up just to cut me off.
Just fade into music as you're talking.
Like, I wasn't in town to do the podcast, so I didn't get to say all this on the
That's
podcast.
fair.
And
Hey,
now,
it's week
yeah,
1.
you give me this platform, yeah, cut me off.
It's week 1. We got less results. We got
Shade
more.
has
What
an
do you
announcement.
feel? Uh-oh.
Nope.
They have an announcement?
Yeah.
Well, you've showed up.
Let Couch
How do you
know.
feel about the team, Shade?
They almost lost me to 250K.
Gotcha.
It was,
All right.
Hey,
well, Shade
almost
is out
doesn't
on the
count.
Pharaohs.
No, we were just giving the stream content, all right? We need a game.
I don't like it. People got confident there for a minute, and then they got real quiet.
Yeah, you got to make them false hope.
Good shit, boys. Good shit. Yeah, Couch, I'm still awake. You lost your bet. Deal with it.
All right. Well, just one
Doggo,
last question.
hold on. Doggo,
Okay.
how are you?
Oh.
Yeah, it's always how's the team. It's never how's Doggo.
No, not bad.
Yeah, Doggo, I know you took an L last night, but that was a phenomenal series.
Oh, wow.
It is. That's a good matchup. Those are 2 good teams. But appreciate you casting me. I just wanted to ask, how are you?
Oh no.
Real quick, can we ban Ball Right from Chase or Chansey?
Agree.
Whatever his name is.
Dude, no shot he pops into the chat as the game.
That's rough. That's rough, buddy.
All right, I missed my first game. Not a good look, Chance.
No.
And it's his first chat.
First time chat.
That's wild. Oh.
Not the pin.
The pin is crazy. All right. Well, last thing I'll ask. Obviously, haven't seen anyone else play yet, but you do play Mudcats next week. Do we feel confident going into that one?
Yeah. I feel more confident than I did going into this week. Because we haven't played since Monday after the draft. So yeah, we haven't played in like a week. And the Pitcop put together a solid team. I do think T-Mac did as well, but I feel much more confident against that roster. So yeah, 2-0, baby, we're coming.
All right, absolutely. Well,
What do you mean by that?
You heard him.
I think it's time to wrap things up. So GG's, congrats on your win, and good luck next week.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you.
I cut off Mello. I feel bad about that, but I can't go back. I waited a minute. I think I cut him off. we can't go back. We're locked in now. But either way, that will do it for the first game of the night. As I alluded to at the beginning of the stream, we do have a Prism game tonight that will be at 10 o'clock, so stream will be live in about an hour. Game the same. That'll be Florida versus Lincoln. Should be another fun one, but we'll see you then. That does it for the first Pixel game of the season. The final score here, Luxor 3, Boston 2. We'll see you in just a little bit.